Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to anyone who's just joining us. Now, we just saw two awesome races that were both very unexpected with how they turned out. Don't you agree?
Unexpected, I think, is the right word. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the two winners of those first two rounds are taking part in one final challenge. But again, there is a twist. We are bringing in a third runner for the first two winners to go up against. And this is Luality. How are you doing, Lua, today?
Hello, I'm doing great. Did I hear it right? We're cheering for a biotic because of the hair color? Is that true?
That was last race, Luality. Now you know me. We go way back to earlier this Tuesday when we first. Oh my God!
Oh my gosh! Oh, respect.
Oh,
respect.
I love this. That was
regardless.
Amazing. Okay, coming in with it. This is why I love Luality right here. So I got put up on your stream this week when I found out you were going to be part of this, and I consumed a massive amount of your content this last week. And why don't you tell people what it is you do so special in the game of Dark Souls?
I play Dark Souls with a Dancepad. Well, usually many because they break quite easily. Like this last week, I broke quite a few. But yeah, 2 days ago, I did Bloodborne. I killed Orphan of Chaos. It was really hard, really fun. And I also did Dark Souls 3 Dancepad with a level 1 character. And that was also really cool and really fun. But I'm not really into the speedrun business. Mostly, just doing crazy challenge runs as I can.
I wouldn't say that challenge runs are too different from speedruns. Like, I feel like it's a very adjacent kind of category, kind of gameplay, just a quick question on what inspired you to start playing games on a Dancepad outside of, rhythm games?
I always liked Dancepads. I always liked DDR. I was always really bad. There's actually another streamer. You guys probably know him as the guy that completed Dark Souls with bananas. One of the special controllers he used was a Dancepad, but his run was very different than mine. He prepared his character and his entire run, so he would do it. The focus of his run was the controller. The difference between my run and his run was that I wanted to run Dark Souls with a Dancepad exactly like I use with my hands. So I am under-leveled, I am a lot weaker, I'm not prepared for anything, but just using my feet. Wow. Both runs are great, obviously, just a different focus. Yoshi was my inspiration.
You are a veteran of the Dancepad, and our other two players are, for better terms and purposes, not. You will be having crowd control going on your stream. Have you ever used crowd control, and are you worried how it's going to affect your gameplay with the Dancepad?
I actually will not. They thought it was a challenge enough to be.
Okay. Never mind. You know what? That was a glitch. That was a glitch in our script. Ignore that question. Ignore that question at all. Let me give you a different question. Different question right now. What is the hardest challenge you've ever faced on your Dancepad?
Well, Orphan of Chaos gave me a lot of trouble recently. It kind of broke my mind. I even used a new technique on the Dancepad. I just, gave up and started rolling on it. It did not work. So
wait, started rolling on it like a hot dog?
Yeah. I tried so many times actually trying. It was like after 7 hours of dying. You gotta try new things, right?
I'm with you. Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for the history of what you do and giving us some information on what we're about to see. Thank you so much, Lua, and we will see you again very shortly for this awesome challenge run. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this, honestly.
Yeah, she's so good. And something that I noticed when I was watching her earlier, the way she moves her feet is very interesting because I've seen a lot of like Dancepad runs, and for a lot of people, it's like, you know, one foot controls A and B, another foot controls X and Y, and, you know, up and down. But Lua doesn't do it that way. It really depends on what combination of buttons she wants to use to where she moves her feet. So she can use her right or left foot to press any of the buttons on the controller at any given time. And it's something that I've found really, really fascinating, and I don't understand how her brain wraps around it. Yeah,
I agree, and I feel like it's almost like your legs or your feet become extensions of your hands. You know, like you have to like reprogram your brain in order to kind of like have that again, like muscle memory. That's why it's so speedrunning adjacent. You know, and speaking of that, I want to bring in the two winners from the last two rounds, and we should get a feel for how they're going to potentially tackle this.
Gentlemen, Kwitty already shaking his head right now. All right, before we talk to you about this, let's talk to you about what you're going to be doing. Again, on a Dancepad, starting at the bonfire that appears when you beat the Pontiff Sullivan. Again, I pronounced that right. You'll need to run past the sleeping giants, up to the rooftops, past a bunch of Silver Knights shooting arrows at you. Once you get through that gauntlet, you'll need to light the On Orlando bonfire before heading into the cathedral to open the front door of the cathedral. Finally, you'll need to touch the Aldrich boss room fog wall for the timer to stop. Kwitty, I'm going to start with you. How easy is that going to be on a Dancepad?
It's not. I have zero experience on a Dancepad, so you guys are just going to have to sit back and enjoy this show. It's going to probably not be too great.
Oh, we will. We will.
Distortion would yeah.
I was gonna say, so you don't have experience with the Dancepad, Kwitty, but what about you, Distortion? Anything?
So about 15 years ago, I used to play DDR a bunch. My PS2. Haven't played since. Same. But maybe that'll help me a little bit with this. But we are going up against the expert Luality, so yeah, I have no idea what to expect. That should be fun either way.
I wonder if there's anything that's kind of innate in your experience speedrunning Dark Souls in general, since she's not a speedrunner, but I still think it's speedrun adjacent. But just kind of like the skills you know in game, if you think that could potentially give you a leg up. Do you think there's any skills in there that might help?
I mean, speedrunning Dark Souls is mainly about killing the bosses efficiently. Like, that's really where all the time save comes from. Otherwise, you know, it's just going from point A to point B. You know, so she's definitely got the advantage, just being comfortable moving around. But I know that Luality, she normally runs to the bosses and then switches to the Dancepad when she fights them. So, you know, maybe she doesn't have as much, you know, practice or expertise actually running to the bosses. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, it's so good to hear your thoughts. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say, yeah. I don't think it's gonna help me at all. You know, I'm used to just using my hands and not my feet too much for playing games. So,
yeah, you know what, Kwitty, if you can do it doing a handstand the whole time, we'll count it. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, additional talent for you.
Yep, flex those muscles, do a handstand the whole time. You know, I'm really excited to see both of you guys handle this. It's gonna be awesome.
I agree.
Thank you.
I believe in you too. I have faith, and we're gonna let you two go get ready. And in the meantime, throw it to a break. So, you know, shake off those nerves, and we'll be back.
It's very Dark Souls-esque. They're getting a boss fight with Luality, and right off the bat, I mean, you just got to give Luality credit for this camera angle that she did. Distortion.
Yeah,
don't expect too much.
Distortion. We can barely see his feet. Wish he would have put on some white socks for us. You know. But you can tell Luality's a pro at. Does she have? She has like.
What's happening? We're going. Okay, so we're already seeing a few issues with running in a straight line.
Yeah. That was my first thought. Was the run? Oh yeah, this is a struggle. Luality also, you can tell her setup is ready to go for this. She has the bars to hold on to.
She does. She has the bar set up, which is, I mean, I wouldn't just say that's the only advantage she has, but her character looks, I would say it's casual, but graceful. You know,
Yeah.
it looks like she's having no trouble. This is in her wheelhouse. This is why we have her here today.
And this is something that is actually going to be interesting is that Kwitty and Distortion are very much, you know, they're on the speedrunner build right here. And Luality is just doing her normal thing. And her thing is very much challenge run. She wants to be under-leveled, underpowered, under whatever. Just make it harder for herself, how she would actually play the game, but with her feet. And like right there, I just want to point out, like, the way Luality has her foot like completely sideways.
Yeah.
My leg does not bend like that.
Hey, enough stretching.
Yeah, I mean, I think right there you're just looking at like this is not a speed run that just takes your mental knowledge. Like, you have to physically get in shape for this.
Hey, I love that. I'm all about the rhythm games, the movement games. So this is a very appealing type of category for me. So we're gonna see how far they can hit. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Did they both just die?
Oh yeah, they both. Took a plunge, or fall, a plunge.
Oh no!
Yeah, so Luality is gonna have a slight advantage right here.
Oh no!
As she literally is. I feel like she's throwing out a TikTok dance like right now live as we speak.
Yeah. You know, maybe a little hint of showboating. But you know what? If you were this confident, if this is the thing that you do, I mean, I can't blame her for that. I think she's doing great. Oh, it's so interesting to see how the other two are trying to tackle this experience. We have 10 minutes to see how far they can actually make it. So we are currently 2.5 minutes in, and this is just a pleasure to watch. I mean, even with no effects, I have more than enough content.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Kwitty has the straight line thing down now. Distortion, though, is just really struggling on getting his character to go anywhere. And I would love to say that I wasn't enjoying this, but I am.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it looks okay, so it looks like Distortion has like the hands in the pockets. I feel like that's maybe not helping with the balance, you know.
Good point.
I think that, I mean, like you're saying, there's a huge physical element to this, and I think that the way that you literally conduct yourself, like your body, is going to make a difference in how well you're able to control your character for this.
Dude, look at Luality, the way she's like throwing I believe that's her right leg behind her to hit. Oh, it's really, really impressive how she does this. And again, like it's really cool to see how she adjusts what leg she used to hit what button depending on what situation she's in.
It's almost like you're using an Etch-a-Sketch, right? And you can only go in like 90-degree turns, but she knows exactly like how to do that like turn to get the diagonal she wants, and that's why you see that foot going back and forth to help with that movement. Yeah,
as you see, just Distortion and Kwitty are just. I feel like this was we really set him up here for this one, you know. Distortion has something just penetrating his body at the moment. It looks like a spear. He's gonna want to take care of that. That's gonna leave a mark if he doesn't. It looks like Distortion's starting to get a little bit of the hang of this, though.
Yeah, I think that with their experience with these games, it's just getting over those first hits.
Oh, that was my fault. You know what? Commentator's curse. Yeah, commentator's cursed on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, again, like I'm saying, this is a learning curve, and it's just really interesting to see the process of somebody who's had this experience versus those who are working it out. It's like learning how to walk.
Right,
I mean, literally, it's learning how to walk.
Oh wow, Kwitty was having a run right there. Do you hear him? Meanwhile, Luality at a boss fight.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see how she handles this.
Yeah. Now I will say this is not an easy boss for anyone who's played Dark Souls 3 at all. Lots of different ways that this boss can attack. And they have those projectile attacks right there. And this is something that you're really, if Kwitty and Distortion ever actually get there, it's something that they're going to really have to worry about with the foot pedal, because you have to have control of your camera for this boss. Yeah. So
and there's a huge element of dodging in Dark Souls. Even if you haven't played, that's something that you just know. Like the way that you have to read your boss's movesets and make sure you dodge accordingly, because there are all these like wide swipes of attack. That's just going to be such a challenge.
yeah, the roll is the main arrow. I believe Luality just made extremely short work of that boss.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize she was already done. And then I saw the name of her.
That was wildly impressive. Meanwhile, Distortion has another spear through his gut. He is also going to... Yeah, that is gravity. That is gravity right there. Your number one enemy.
Yeah, I was going to say, having these like pits of nothing to fall into right as you're learning how to use this dance pad. This is a pretty steep challenge. This is really honestly tough. And so we've got another 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And,
I know. Twitch really set up. They were like, hey, so what's the most narrow portion of Dark Souls? Like where is the most balanced beam-like area? And let's have these players dance pad right over it. It should be fine. Should be fine.
I know. And they're like, it's okay. They'll be able to catch up.
Luality just did a back roll right off the stage right there.
Oh no. Again, using a method of controlling your character that is not intended, it has its challenges. It has things you have to really, really adapt to. And, I'm just watching Kwitty doing his best to face the correct direction so he no longer falls in that pit. And he stairs are hard.
Yeah, I mean, this was like, our competitors thought they were heading towards a normal championship match. And then the glass broke and Luality's music hit. She came through and just is basically dropping stone cold stunners on everybody right now. It's really fun to watch. It's also really fun to watch Distortion and Kwitty just struggle right now.
Yeah, I know. As much as of course I cheer them on. I want them to succeed, but yeah, it's also really fun to just see the struggle.
Yeah. Kwitty is somehow getting worse at this too, which is his runs are getting shorter and shorter. Like he was cruising right at the beginning.
Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry. I find that this is so fun.
This is.
Wow. Luality with the dodges. She knows how to get around these fights.
Yeah,
how to take care of them. It's so impressive.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like maybe that's not as common.
Okay, so Tuesday for rehearsals, me and Luality hung out for we had to talk for about an hour, just me and her, so they could get sound right. And she is like legitimately, if y'all need to go to her stream and check her out. She has like the coolest life story. She's got tons of energy, amazing personality, all smiles, all positivity. I am in love with her content. Yes, you guys should definitely check her out. follow all these streamers. Absolutely.
All of the runners. Mm-hmm.
All of these runners. Yeah, I'll use use your Prime Gaming on them. Do what you got to do, or Kung Fu Fruit Cup. She can take your Prime Gaming too.
Look, I'm saying Grand Pooh Bear is super great, and if you haven't checked out his channel, you should. But everybody involved in this has been amazing. Yes. I have so much respect for all of the runners with all of the challenges they faced in these runs, and we are within the last 10 seconds. Seems like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I think it's no surprise there. She knows. That was amazing. Well, I had a great time watching. I think everybody did an amazing job, like we said. And congrats on Distortion and Kwitty for winning those first 2 rounds as well. Also thanking Luality for her amazing performance on the dance pad. And also another shout out to the other 2 runners who were involved. Everybody did an amazing job.
Yeah, it was
so-
super fun.
Oh.
Go ahead, take us out, Kung Fu. Take us out.
Oh, okay. To show our appreciation to these Dark Souls goats, for those who don't know, greatest of all times, but I mean the goats. We have some special trophies that are heading their way. I don't want to spoil them, so hopefully we'll get to see them soon.